Hi, my name is Kylie and I'm giving my informative speech today. My speech is going to be over bullying. I'm doing it over bullying inside school systems. I think this is a huge problem within every school, and there are not enough policies or procedures being put in place to help prevent or help these students who are being bullied. I work in an elementary school, so I see a lot of this happening on an everyday basis. And I know that kids who are being bullied usually do not want to speak up and say something because they think they will be embarrassed. And I know other people seeing this bullying happening, but they don't want to say anything either because they don't want to be viewed as a snitch or weak, and then they will become the student who is being bullied. I have this article from the Dallas Morning News, and it is about a girl who lives in McKinney who was being bullied. But she was being bullied outside of school. It was on social media, and the school said they could not do anything about it because it was off campus. I personally do not think this is right because this situation is interfering with her school life. It could interfere with her ability to do her work because these students who are bullying her also go to school with her. Even though it is off campus does not mean it does not interfere with her school life. In order for it to be bullying in the school, it has to be repetitive. It cannot only happen once. If a kid calls another kid a name only one time, it is not considered bullying, and usually there is nothing done about it. I do not think that is right. That is bullying. It shouldn't have to happen more than once for it to be considered bullying, in my opinion. The state writes in order for it to be bullying, it has to result in physical harm to the student, damage to the student's property, or the creation of intimidating, threatening, or abusive environment for the student when the behavior is sufficiently severe, persistent, and pervasive. I don't believe this is okay because it should not have to come down to that for it to be considered bullying. No one should have to get hurt. Property should not have to be damaged. Things of that nature should not have to happen. Being bullied also leads to other effects. Kids who are bullied are 10 times more likely to have suicidal thoughts. They are more likely to be depressed, have anxiety, things of that nature. But also the kids who do bully other students are more likely to become violent. They're more likely to have substance abuse problems and all those types of things. So I think the school system should be able to make their own rules as to what should happen in the case of bullying. I don't believe that someone else should have to tell the school what they should do because bullying is a huge issue. I see it every day at the school I work at. Kids are cruel and they are mean and they make fun of other kids, unfortunately. But these kids should not be scared to speak up or tell someone if they're being bullied. It is not embarrassing and it needs to be fixed. Other effects that happen to kids who are bullied, they are more likely to attempt suicide and more likely to cause school shootings. Mainly, the reason for school shootings are kids are being bullied and they don't know what to do about it, so they become violent. Every school shooting that I have ever seen or heard of is caused by a kid who is being bullied at school but has no one to talk to it about. They don't feel like they have anyone to go to, and when they do go to someone, nothing is done about it, so they feel as if they don't matter, and that's wrong. A lot of these things could be prevented. We would not have such high suicide rate. We wouldn't have so many school shootings if we could do things to prevent bullying. So I think that schools should have more policies in place to help these students because it is a huge issue and people just choose to ignore it. And I don't think we should do that anymore.